Hi, I'm Tony Zollner. I'm the general manager for S.A. Mormon and Company. We are a supplier to the contract trade of hollow metal doors and frames, wood doors, and architectural hardware.
I'm Chad Rogalski, a project manager with S.A. Mormon and Company. Another example of a real-life change that involves our projects on a daily basis is when we get a bulletin or a change in the field, a change directive from a contractor based on something the owner decides to do after the architectural plans are drawn, the approvals are done, and they want to modify something in the field. And this example involves a frame and a door and some hardware that they're changing from a manual lock set to a electrified lock set.
So it was a regular door handle, and now it's going to be something more fancy.
Yes, yep. It's going to involve a card reader, wiring, so it'll involve electrician, security personnel, the contractor, and us as a distributor are all affected by this change. So the first thing we need to do is price it out to get approval. Then we need to get with purchasing once it's approved and order the material. And once the material comes in is when we have to modify the frame and the door.
So the door itself changes, the door jamb changes,
Yes.
the electrical stuff on the electrician side has to change. So what types of changes did you guys have to make in order to accommodate an electronic access door handle as opposed to a regular, or what we might call a traditional door handle?
Okay. For the changes we were involved in, we had to first add a EPT, which is electronic power transfer, and what that is a hinge, and you can run wire through that hinge, and that's where your power runs through. You drill a raceway in the door, and you can kind of see the dotted line, which depending on the width of the door can be very labor intensive because you're running a drill bit through that door, typically a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. You want to make sure you don't go on an angle and go through the face of the door and ruin the door. Once you run that raceway all the way to the lock set, you might have to do new preps on the face of the door behind the lock that you'd have to add holes for the wiring, maybe different mounting. So you have to deal with that, and you run the wire up the frame. The electrician comes in, connects it to the power supply. The security contractor has to come in and then wire the card reader and program it so everything functions properly.
So when you guys changed that door for that one project, or rather when they changed it from a regular door handle to an electronic card access door handle, you had to change the door, you had to change the door frame, you had to change your hardware. Obviously the handle is now electronic card access. You had to change your hinge sets to be, what did you call that? EPT?
EPT, yes.
EPT is what is that?
Electronic power transfer.
Okay, so we got to get power now from the wall down into the door, run it through the door. So you had to change your doors prep, you had to change that door handle, you had to change your hinge, you had to change your door frame.
Yes.
A lot of changes for one thing.
Yes, one change. Yep.
So all those things are interrelated and one impacts the other.
Yes. Yep.